Hello everybody, good morning. On behalf of Rotary Club of Nagpur Downtown and Srijan, today I am going to address the adolescent regarding life on screen, good or bad, or rather screen on, life off. So to begin with, first thing I would like to start with is what these days, because of online classes and COVID and all, people, many students, many adults are working online because they are not advised to go to classes or offices to prevent them from getting infected from COVID. But excessive use of screen for all these things has some side effect, after effects, and problematic issues which I have come across, so that I would like to share. So just, you have to be on screen, that I can understand, but how can you protect yourself from excess exposure to screen? That is what I am going to tell you today. So first thing to start with, what are the negative effects of screen time? The negative effects of the screen time are, first thing is obesity. Why obesity? Because lifestyle is sedentary, there is no going out, cycling, walking, nothing, just sitting at home, from this chair to that chair, from this bed to that bed, and eating just because you are not able to pass the time. Second thing is vision problems. What are the vision problems? Many a times continuously looking at the screen leads to watering of the eyes, dryness of the eyes, burning in the eyes, sometimes headache, and difficult to concentrate are the things. And wrong posture during sitting can lead to aches and pains. Most important these days, I feel, is loss of social skills. Social skill, because social interaction has become almost zero, and aggressive behavior is increasing because either children or the adults are not able to move out to enjoy with their friends, their near and dear ones, and this has led to aggressive behavior. Now there are also positive effects. There are not only negative effects. The positive effects, it has educational value. You can do school related homework and assignments at home. Research can be done because you learn something from the screen. Many a times playing video games can improve the motor skills and coordination of the children or adults, but it should not exceed, because that may lead to problematic issues. There are also advantages of internet tools, texting, sharing video games, and fun ways, sometimes for relaxation. They can also communicate and socialize with their friends and near and dear ones through the screen or internet. So third thing, the question which comes in everyone's mind is it bad to look at the screens? According to experts, staring at computer, tablet or smartphone will not permanently damage your eyesight, but can cause bothersome side effect like computer vision syndrome, like I said, excessive dryness of the eyes, watering of the eyes, headache, burning in the eyes, strain on the eyes, difficult to concentrate, and all, so on so forth. How bad is the screen time really? So screen time is linked with obesity, so that is not good. Obesity can lead to diabetes in teenagers or early adulthood. Mental health issues are most important things: aggressive behavior, depression, mood swings, and many more things. Even heart ailments are also seen to be increased because of the exposure to a screen excessively. And most importantly, there is no interaction with the colleagues, no interaction with the teachers per se, not able to solve their doubts by talking with the teachers, because many a times the lectures are uploaded. and so that becomes the most important factor for educational failure. So can it damage a brain? That also is one more question everyone must have thought about. Early data from Landmark National Institute of Health, that is NIH, says less than 2 years of child should have zero exposure to the screen, because if the child below 2 years is exposed to the screen, can lead to delayed motor development, delayed language development, and so on so forth. More than 2 hours per day exposure decreases language score and thinking of the children. More than 7 hours per day exposure leads to, it is said, that thinning of the brain cortex. How does it affect the behavior? It affects behavior by changing the behavioral patterns and mood swings. American Association of Pediatrics, or Association of Pediatrics, Academy of Pediatrics, says that less than 2 years there should be no screen exposure, whatever may be. If the child is not eating, not able, not cooperating to have food properly, the parents are not supposed to take the child in front of the either screen or television just because the child should eat. Because when the child is in front of the screen or television, child doesn't know what, how much, and what that child is eating, and that can lead to problematic issues. Next thing I would like to talk about is TV more harmful or mobile? So I would like to say that mobile is more harmful because the rays, that blue rays which are reflected from the mobile, they are harmful more than the TV. And most important thing is TV, usually we sit at a particular distance of 3-4 feet, but mobile we are hardly less than a feet from the mobile. Phone overuse can, it is said that it can lead to some cancerous issues which has not yet been proved. So screen viewing before 2 years, as I said, has lasting negative effects on language development, reading skills, short term memory, and problem with sleep and attention. There is one 20-20-20 rule which everyone should know about. Set a timer to remind you to look at it every 20 minutes at an object that is 20 feet away for 20 seconds. Buy some artificial tears so that the drying of eyes is you don't suffer from. So rule of 20 will help you to avoid eye problems. More than 6 hours of exposure per day to the screen leads to depression, depressive episodes, either in children. More than 3 hours leads to diabetes risk, increased of risk of diabetes, and memory performance is definitely affected because you have no time to think. You just Google it, find it, and get the answer. So you don't take efforts. Even it leads to anxiety problems. Sometimes that anxiety can be worrisome for parents and children too. These days, more than 4 to 6 hours every day, the children are being exposed to screen because of their classes, their test, and whatever. But what they can do, after every 2 hours, the classes are not continuously for more than 2 hours. So after every 2 hours, they need to relax, close their eyes, massage their eyes, do some meditation, keep some cold packs over the eyes, uh, so that your eyes get relaxation, and when your next session of class starts, you are better. Does your phone hurt brain? WHO classifies that cell phone radiation as possible human, it is a possible human carcinogen due to increased risk of brain cancer by overuse. The overuse means it is not 4 to 6 hours, it is 24/7 you are on cell phone. For either, I don't think for studies you will be on cell phone for 24/7. It is usually the addiction A few cell phone games. These days there are many such games, and kids are going for addiction. Human brain cells communicate via electrical impulses which can be detected by EEG. So these electrical impulses are uh, damaged, or they get affected because of excessive exposure. What happens to eyes? Blue light is toxic for the eyes, poisonous for photoreceptor, and they damage the photoreceptor cells. So next thing is, these days we are seeing that many autistic children, number of autistic children are is increasing. It is somewhere related to early screen exposure to the child by the parents or by the child himself. Screen time, most important thing is, what is the relationship between screen time and relationship? See, what happens is, when you are over the screen, if all the family members in a house these days, they are not able to move out, they are not able to celebrate parties with their friends, near and dear ones, they are not able to go for a tour or whatever. So, what happens is, they are spending their time more than expected on a screen. Even parents are not exception for that. And what happens because of this? The child is busy with cell phone because of the classes. Parents are busy because they don't have anything to do, and interaction between children and parents is affected. Aggressive behavior between each other is increased, and there is no quality relationship, which is disrupted because of overuse of any media like cell phone too. So I feel, as a parent, as a child, everyone should think that I have to restrict myself. The rule of 2020, just to look at an object 20 feet away from you for 20 seconds, that is not enough. Additional, after every 2 hours, spend some time, few minutes with your family, interact with them, talk with them, share with them what have you learned. Ask them these things, I didn't understand, can you guide me? See, ultimately these days teachers are not there to guide you personally because of COVID. So parents can help you out. If you ask them, they can at least try to help you out or find a ways to help you out. What is brain fog? These days, excessive exposure is leading to brain fog. It is because too much of exposure to screen can lead to confusional state and unable to think in a proper way, in with a clarity. So what I feel personally, as the time goes on, even the COVID-19 will go after few months or a year or so, but the screen time is in our hands, and ultimately everything is going to be digitalized in India or wherever you go. You know that screen time is important, screen is important, everything is on screen. May that be your banking, may that be your study, may that be your job, whatever it is, may that be paying your bills. That is advantage of internet, but you should not use it for purposes other than what is necessary, to avoid the side effects or harmful effects of the screen to yourself. How can you decrease the screen time is the most important thing. Check your pickups, like in between take some break, because many a times videos are uploaded, you have to see those videos in given for a slot of 4 to 6 hours. So you can just take a break of a few minutes after half an hour, then continue. In that break, either you can drink water, either you can just stand outside your room in a balcony, look at the nature, whatever you feel like, it's up to you. Then even what you can do, if you are addicted to video games and all, you can help your own self to get de-addicted by changing the auto lock settings. Stop, and the phone should give an alarm after 20 minutes to 30 minutes, so that you realize, "Arey, half an hour I have been on my phone." You don't realize when you are busy with your game for hours together, you are just engrossed in it and you don't realize how long time has passed. And most important thing, if someone says, "Now enough of this cell phone," you don't like it, so better train your own self rather than anyone else intervening in your life. You can intervene in your own life and change the or you can avoid excessive exposure to the screen. Most important thing, what I feel these days is, people, everyone is addicted to taking phone in bathrooms. Do you really feel it is needed? That is the place where you can just sit, relax, think many things. What have you learned in class or whatever? Or just don't think at all. It is hardly few minutes you have to go in the bathroom. Means, are you so much addicted that phone cannot leave you for a second? I think that is wrong. You should overcome that. And you should stop worrying about the apps that actually don't matter to you. Just delete them. Force yourself to limit the use of the apps that actually matters you. Everything should not be done in excess. And most important thing, you should start at home. Being at home also, you can start celebrating small wins. See, what are the advantages of screen life? Now I will talk about. I spoke about screen, its advantages, its disadvantages. But when you were not on screen few months back, up to February, just think about, introspect yourself and tell me, was that a better time or is this a better time? I think many children, many parents, many adults will say, no, that was better because we were on the screen that time also, but that time we had social life, social interaction with our own families, moving out of the house, enjoying uh, whatever offline life. But what I feel that there are people who feel that screen life is wrong and life without mobile screen is right. It's not so. Nothing is right or wrong. What we should understand is, everything has its own advantages and disadvantages. See, when you are on screen, you learn many things on your own. When you are not on screen, you learn from your teachers, but you yourself cannot do any research or don't find anything new and learn from it. So you need to have both the things side by side parallelly to have a successful career as a student, as a adult, or as an entrepreneur. So what I feel, the screen time should be reduced, which will be reduced after the COVID era goes off. And I feel that excessive use of screen may lead to de-addiction of the screen problems of the children, later on when they are out for their classes, out for their social life, because they will realize that this was not good, this is good. Ultimately, we there is no one who can uh, de-addict us than our own self. May that be addiction of liquor, smoking, internet, mobile phones, or whatever. Everything we have to decide where to stop, how to stop, when to stop. So this is what actually was I was about to tell. Screen on and life off. These days it has actually happened that screen is on all the time because the life outside the screen is put to a halt because of the fear of getting infected by the COVID. So I feel that COVID is a difficult infection. Everyone is afraid of, everyone wants to avoid getting infected. But I just want to give message to the teenagers or adolescents through this, that don't take COVID lightly or don't take COVID too heavily. You have to take precautions for your own self, for the society, for the family. What is the harm in using proper mask, proper sanitizer, keeping social distancing? I have seen at many places when I go out that teenagers are forming a group, parking their two wheelers aside, removing their mask and keeping those masks on the seats of the two wheelers, and clicking selfies by holding each other. Do you really feel that this is needed? And if you don't click selfies by standing together, does that mean that your friendship will wane off with the time? And if this is so, then the friendship is not the right one. The friend Every friend should tell each other that you should maintain the strict norms which can prevent COVID from spreading and help Maharashtra, Nagpur, and India from getting affected by excessive COVID cases. As of now, today and tomorrow, Nagpur is being declared to have Janta curfew. Why we need to be told that we should go for Janta curfew? Why can't we take our own responsibilities and do decide that if I have to go out, it should be for necessary work only. Otherwise, I should stay home to stay safe and keep others safe. These days, what happens? See, there was lockdown for few months. Then later on, people have started moving out like as if they were in the jail for few months. And it's okay if you go out, that is not a problem. But 3 4 adolescent teenagers are riding on a bike, there is no social distancing, eating at the outlets outside. And when you come home, do you know that the old parents, old grandparents which who are there at your home, they are getting affected because of you, because you may carry the infection at home. Because of your immunity in this age, you may overcome that infection. But do really your parents or grandparents can overcome? Be a responsible citizen of India, responsible citizen of Nagpur, and responsible person in a family. If each one of us take a oath that we will stop spreading corona from person to person, I really feel that if everyone takes this oath, it will not be very far away that we will be out of COVID and enjoying life as we used to enjoy previously. This is what I wanted to talk to you all today. So, friends, have screen on in your life. But don't keep your life off without screen. Stay connected, stay happy, and stay safe. Thank you.